sang-awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, helas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingin, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamay di magdidinig. Lumang ang araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you in all the lovely things so fine and true. I see you in the beauty of the flowers and the rain. I see you between the lines of a sweet refrain. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you even when I'm lonely and in pain. I see you in the beauty of the stars at night. I see you in my life, I feel alright. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you in the smile of a baby, sweet and true. I can see you in the eyes of my very best friends. I see you in these bonds, just like your love that never ends. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you with the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I pray. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I see you, Lord.
Mountains and the rivers, to the plains and winding trails, to the shores where breezes linger. That's the place I love so well. It's the home of men who love her, men who died to keep us free, men who told no bad the weather, that anyone will never be. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest home by far to me. From her care I learn my lessons, in her veils I work and pray. She has kept me safe and happy, as I live on day by day. From to other lands I wander, as I search for wealth and fame. In my heart I will remember Region 1, beloved name. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest of my far to me. Other lands I wander, as I search for wealth and fame. In my heart I will remember Region 1, beloved name. Region 1!
Service at its finest, right there to bring out the best and stand out among the rest. Share kindness for the nature that our children will treasure, where they live a brighter future and make our dreams a nurture. As the one from Basilan, it's the one, you are the one, and core of every child's journey, maker of bright destiny.
Kapagkan bayang minumutya, bukod tangi ang taglay mong ganda. Pinagpala sa biyaya ng lupa sa pagmamahal, kami kinalinga. Inakang sa amin nagbigay buhay, gagabay sa aming paglalakbay. Bigis ng pagkakaisang tunay, tungo sa aming tambay. Alay sa iyo, buhay at tangal, kadakilaan mo ang laging dasal. Kailanman at saan man kami magawin, ngalan mo'y taas noong ibang tubuli. Mapagkan bayan naming minumutya, mapagkan bayan naming minumutya, mapagkan.
To our officer in charge, Office of the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Eli S. Ubaldo, our two Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Justado Cayabyab and Dr. Maria Crisilda Ukang, to all the principals, school heads of both elementary and secondary, teachers, parents, guardians, kindergarten, elementary, secondary, and us graduates and completers. My heartfelt thanks and congratulations. COVID times have been difficult, but your determination, courage, and engagement have brought you to the graduation time. This year's theme, Kalidad ng Edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Your perseverance and hard work pays off today, and it is definitely an event to cherish. Wish you all the best for your next journey. Keep up the spirits high and continue to achieve success. Let us extend our gratitude to all parents for always being there and sustaining you all the way towards the fulfillment of your dreams. To the school administrators, teachers, and staff who supported and nurtured the learners,
our Public Schools District Supervisor, Dr. Nicanor L. Langit, I have the honor to present to you 151 candidates for graduation for school year 2020-2021 of Mapandan Central School SPED Center, of whom 86 are male and 65 are female, who have satisfactorily completed all the requirements prescribed by the Department of Education under the K-12 curriculum. Sir, they are now ready for your acceptance and confirmation.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Department of Education, through the school's division superintendent, Dr. Ellie S. Ubaldo, and acting upon the recommendation of your school principal, Mrs. Nelia S. Zabala, that you have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the elementary curriculum as prescribed by the Department of Education. I, Nicanor Elani, Public Schools District Supervisor, accept and confirm you graduates of Mapandan Central School SPED Center for this school year 2020-2021. With this, you are now entitled to receive your certificates this 16th day of July 2021. Congratulations!
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all witness the virtual graduation of Batch 2021 of 94th closing exercises of Mapandan Central School SPED Center with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The graduates from Fast Learners with their advisor, Mrs. Ferlita C. Datwin. Aquino Dylan J. C. with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Lester E. Aquino. Bautista John Colin S., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Yoli V. Bautista. Vernal Anthony Kyle S. with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ryan Vernal. Dabatos James Victor, the son of Miss May Sherilyn S. Dabatos. Dalmacio Liam C. with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Raddy Carl V. Dalmacio. Estrada June Andrew G. with high honor, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Andres L. Estrada Jr. Galibo Kipi Marvin M. with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Christopher B. Galibo. Melchor Jared R. with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronelo M. Melchor. Sirepika Alexander Paul S. with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Martin O. Sirepika. Soriano King Jordan D. with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Jesse M. Soriano. Augusto Gisha Andre Gertz R. with high honor, the daughter of Miss Jeneline R. Augusto. Aurelio Kathleen Alishel T. with high honor, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Alexander A. Aurelio. Bonifacio Akisha Gian R. with honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Andres R. Bonifacio Jr. Virgilio Sania Iris R. with honors, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Sani Z. Vergilius. Carino Princess Sophia A. with honors, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ricard Q. Carino. Dairit Priscia L. with high honors, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Romeo S. Dairit. Our fellow Cherry Rose M. with high honors, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Frederick E. Erfil. Garin Tricia Joy E. with high honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Tomasito R. Garin. Ginon Gwyneth Stephanie B. with honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Fablito D. Genuon Jr. Honatas Shane Andrea T. with high honor, daughter of Miss Mary Jane E. Honatas. Malanom J. T. with honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan B. Malanum Jr. Mamayson Ashley Kate S. daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Calvin Ian A. Mamayson. Nate Maria Antoinette A. with high honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Romel P. Nate. Faragas Regina Salvi C. daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rodolfo M. Paragas. Sokila Diaz Shalin C. with high honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Dexter U. Sokila. Tabadero Christine May P. with high honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Dominador A. Tabadero. Tropia Janelle Angela P. with high honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jolly R. Tropia. Ongos Mary Eliza Roseanne M. with honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Roldan T. Ongos. Valerio Crisa Jane S. with high honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Romeo A. Valerio Jr. Varona Sofia Jacqueline E. with honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joy N. Barona. Bisperas Jasly S. with high honor, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jason M. Bisperas.
Section Perseverance. Advisor Freddy R. Garin. Away Reigns Ivan S. Miss the son of Mr. and Mrs. Oscar E. Away Jr. Bakilud John Louis C. the son of Mr. and Mrs. Joselito M. Bakilud. Bitita Kenrick D. the son of Mr. and Mrs. Burning M. Bitita. Biakan Aaron A. the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronnie P. Biakan. Borgelios Gerald D. the son of Mr. and Mrs. G.P.R. Borgelios. Calupas Clarence John S. the son of Mr. and Mrs. Francisco C. Calupas. Castro Rain Abric C. the son of Mrs. Jessica C. Castro. Sirac Giancarlo B. the son of Mr. and Mrs. Romelito M. Sira. Eden King Jarin C. the son of Mr. and Mrs. Gerald L. Eden. Franesa Justin M., the son of Mr. and Mrs. E.D.T. Franesa. Licaros Gabriel, the son of Mrs. Victoria L. Licaros. Makaraeg Ram Brandon D., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Raymond B. Makaraeg. Noya Mark Adrian C., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Marlon C. Noya. Petrola Aldred Ri F., with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Alberto S. Petrula. Kento B.G. Jonas C., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Bernie C. Aquinto. Revelia Gabriel Owen S., the son of Mr. and Mrs. George R. Revelia. Rios Ben Lanzo C.M., with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ben B. Rios. Santos Albert Jr. M., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Alberto U. Santos Sr. Sarmiento Wen C., the son of Mr. and Mrs. William G. Sarmiento. Viernes Mark John Archeles V., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Angelo B. Viernes. Sarati Romer C., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronnie D. Sarati. Abrera Eliza D., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Edwin C. Abrera. Aquino Brini U., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rolando D. Aquino. Aquino Donagin T., with honors, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Donald S. Aquino. Duino Maryjoy D., with honors, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Aurelio Bueno. Gabaat Jean V., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Shari E. Cabaat. De Guzman Julian R., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jerome R. De Guzman. Gabudao Precious Mi P., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Mario L. Gabudao. Manangan Daniela R., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rodolfo L. Manangan Sr. Nalo Shinami L., the daughter of Mrs. Bliselda L. Nalus.
Section Humility Advisor Mrs. Marites C. Garin. Blandelia Renzo Ryle A., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Raymond H. Blandelia. Cardenas Ruel Jr. O., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ruel L. Cardenas Sr. De Guzman Menard M., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Heldo B. De Guzman. Doki Jim Christian L., the son of Miss Jane Ann P. Langit. Eclera J.J. B., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronald L. Eclera. Espino Tito Jr. E., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Tito M. Espino Sr. Ibanez Archie G., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Arnold S. Ibanez. Javier Jetro P., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Michael G. Javier. Javier Raver D.S., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert J. Javier. Lagan Justin Ray Q., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan R. Lagan. Lalakit George Lee D., the son of Mr. and Mrs. George D. Lalakit. Marinas Mark Jason G., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Alfredo F. Marinas Jr. Mejia Justin C., with honors, the son of Mrs. Melissa C. Mejia. Morales Christian Vo G., the son of Mrs. Annalyn G. Morales. Paragas Herman R., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Hermenegildo M. Paragas. Pinolyar Kurt Vincent S., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Romel L. Pinolyar. Solis Ralph Gian M., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronald M. Sulis. Vispiras Kurt Christian G., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Teofilo V. Vispiras. Antolin Princess Carla R., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jason M. Antolin. Bambalan Rielen A., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Roberto R. Balbalan. Banyaga Ivy Nicole S., the daughter of Mrs. Annalyn S. Banyaga. Boko Rhea May Joy V., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ray M. Boko. Bukaw Alana Jane Q., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Arnold E. Bukaw. Kabutahi Asia R., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Romeo B. Kabutahi. Carrion Precious May B., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Nestor D. Carrion. De Guzman Ayesha Ann D. V., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joel D. De Guzman, with honors. Garcia Eunice C., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Saldi M. Garcia. Ocampo Rochelle P., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Romeo B. Ocampo. Rianzares Jensel C., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Erickson V. Rianzares. Sanchez Erica Jane S., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rafael V. Sanchez.
Section Sincerity. Sarah V. Soriano, Advisor. Bass Dondon G., sign of Mr. and Mrs. Dennis O. Bass. Bautista Andre S., sign of Mr. and Mrs. Crisanto C. Bautista. Kabutahe Daniel T., sign of Mr. and Mrs. Danny B. Kabutahe. Kanilang Cheryl S., sign of Mr. and Mrs. Roger G. Kanilang Jr. Carino Ricky Jr. V., son of Mr. and Mrs. Ricky C. Carino Sr. Quizon Renz J. Z., son of Mr. and Mrs. Ray V. Quizon. De Guzman Mark Josh T., son of Mr. and Mrs. Andres D. De Guzman. De La Cruz Ken Mark P., son of Mr. and Mrs. Roderick M. de la Cruz. Gonzales Kian Joshua M., son of Mr. and Mrs. Wilfredo C. Gonzales. Hermo Kent GNF, son of Mr. and Mrs. Alex L. Hermo. Millones Prince Dylan S., son of Mr. and Mrs. Jojo T. Millones. Morales Francisco III P., son of Mr. and Mrs. Francisco D. Morales Jr. Navarro Mark John V., son of Mr. and Mrs. Walter P. Navarro. Ramirez Josh Dave S., son of Mr. and Mrs. Jesse N. Ramirez. Telesforo Engelbert C., son of Mrs. Cherry V. Clavel. Tibay Dave Jan, son of Mrs. Dolores L. Tibay. Bongato Glyza May A., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Alvin A. Bongato. Borgilius J.Lo R., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. J.L. R. Borgilius. Sarah Lysea Shane I., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Louie M. Serra. De Guzman Florence R., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rolly P. De Guzman. Galang Ingrid N. E., with honors, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Edgar D. Galang. Ganat Jamila Yuhan S., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Leonilo D. Ganat. Garcia Kizel A., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Eddie M. Garcia. Garin Jamaica Maurice M., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Samuel L. Garin, Jr. Laneta Mary Grace M., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Salvador M. Laneta. Musada Hannah Kera C., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Dexter B. Musada. Nipasena Irish L., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ian S. Nipasena. Pinolyar Juliet E., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Armando Z. Pinolyar. Rodas Maria Andrali C., daughter of Mrs. Annalisa C. Rodas. Taminaya Karina D., daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ferdinand F. Taminaya.
Section Peace. Advisor, Mr. Eugene M. Peralta. Bungato Jaisel Andre P., son of Mr. and Mrs. Leo A. Bungato. Carino Gabriel S., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Norman L. Carino. Eden King Samson T., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Elson C. Eden. Embele Joshua N., son of Mr. and Mrs. Jose M. Embele. Lalakit Justin A., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Salvador D. Lalakit. Langit Mark Ian M., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Mark Christopher L. Langit. Liena Mark Webster P., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Terso F. Liena. Loyola James Marco M., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Inocencio D. Loyola. Malyari Nathan Champ C., with honors, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Randy G. Malyari. Mugol Arjan Alfred S., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Arnel M. Mugol. Natividad Giancarlo B., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Jerry H. Natividad. Palma Sander Kurt B., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Resty D. Palma. Paraino Johnson P., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Michael T. Paraino. Prangan Asernash S., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Rojem E. Prangan. Rivera Ian Carl B., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ramil J. Rivera. Romero Carl Justin C., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Richard S. Romero. Sirafica Gian Clyde P., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ingracio A. Sirafica. Shapno Romel A., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ruel M. Shapno. Solis Marvin G., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Donnie P. Solis. Velasco Rain Henrik A., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Marlon N. Velasco. Zarate Jeffson B., the son of Mr. and Mrs. Hassan B. Zarate. Ignacio Maria Eliza S., with honors, the daughter of Miss Maria Fatima S. Ignacio. Pinulier Sofia Ann V., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Pepe I. Pinuliar. Pereña Jean Andrea P., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Eugeniano M. Pereña. Rianzares KZS., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Salde V. Rianzares. Torres Riana Jean A., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rolando D. Torres. Vargas Rhea G., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Pilifi C. Vargas. Villanueva Shanea Faye D., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Filino M. Villanueva Jr. Bispiras Jillian May D., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. John B. Bispiras. Zaragoza Princess E., the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Lupito C. Zaragoza.
The very humble, these tears of Mapandan, Dr. Nicanor Langit, the very active principal, Madam Nelia S. Zavala, the very dedicated teachers, PTA officers, parents, stakeholders, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today is another milestone in our lives, a day of celebration. A celebration for our 6 years of acquiring our basic education in elementary, and we are now ready to move forward one step higher in the ladder of our quest to greater level of educational heights. This school year 2020-2021 has been extraordinary and very challenging to us learners. Through faith and determination, we are able to continue our education even there is a risk of COVID-19 in our health. Bilang sa mag-aaral, napakalaking hamon sa ating lahat kung paano tayo ipapatuloy ang ating pag-aaral. No gadgets like smartphone, laptop, at internet connection. Sumabay pa ang lockdown, quarantine, bawal lumabas at no face-to-face classes. Pero di pa rin nagpatinag ang ating gobyerno at ang kagawaran ng edukasyon. Pinagpatuloy pa rin natin ang edukasyon sa pamamagitan ng distance learning modalities gaya ng online, modular, at blended learning. Nahirapan man sa una, kalaunan ay unti-unting napagtagumpayan na matapos. I can say that this pandemic should not be the reason for not continuing our education and never stop learning. Rather, let us make it as an inspiration to do better. To Mapandan Central School's Best Center, thank you for carrying us. Now we are leaving you. We cannot help but to carry with us the victories and the knowledge that you nurtured us. To our beloved parents na walang sawang sumusuporta sa amin at sumusuong kahit na may banta ng COVID-19. Kumukuha ng modules at nagtuturo na rin sa amin kahit sila'y nahihirapan. Nagpapaalala na may modules na sasagutan at hindi Facebook, ML, TikTok ang gagawin. Thank you for your unconditional love and guidance. To our teachers, kahit through virtual lang namin kayo nakikita at hindi man tayo ng face-to-face classes, we are forever grateful for the sacrifices and selfless services you have given to us. The knowledge and skills you have taught us are our ensure our next level of learning. Our friends and classmates, we are about to part ways to find another track of our education journey. We will forever cherish our memories of laughter and pain we shared together. Above all, give thanks to Almighty Father for the gift of life, wisdom, and for the grateful heart. We pray that you continue to guide us as we follow the path towards our dreams. Again, congratulations to all of us. Keep safe and God bless us all.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You are capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. You have to believe in yourself. You don't have to hide anything. You can be your true self. Don't need to follow society. Never forget that you're blessed. Give thanks for everything. Even the hard times will turn out to be blessings. No matter how you feel, you can learn from your pain. It's there to make you great. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You are capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth.